Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is your girl MC here. Today, we will talk about loyalty rewards passive Monday. And this is week number 23. I'll open up the back end of one of my accounts and show you how we earned weekly every single Monday at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, plus the compounding. Also, I'll introduce you to our lead educator. He'll show you how he's built up the academy here on how to institutional trade, exactly how the banks do it. So I would strongly advise when you do get into a package to get into the learning. We still get paid passively every single Monday, whether we do the education or we don't. Also, for those that are doing the day trading, you do have the option on the Mondays, knowing that you're getting consistently 2 to 3% weekly. Take a week, 2 weeks, a full month on vacation, and you'll still be earning passively. And then when you come back, hop into doing those trade requests as well. So with the passive rewards, let's dive in very soon. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, afford to invest what you can afford to invest, and let's dive right in. Okay, this is the back end of one of my accounts, and we have 8 packages here that Nick will get into a little more detail about each one of these from beginner to advanced. And where we're going is into the bonuses, where we'll see the track record of when we started the compound interest and moving up until the current date today. This is truly, truly very beautiful. Now, I started back in June, and the very, very first week on one of my accounts that I have 5x'd already, I earned 2.4%, and the compounding reward was 0 because that was the very first week. And then as you'll see, as the weeks progress, the compounding interest with the money accumulated gets larger and larger. Same with the weekly reward. Now getting up to the current date, closer and closer. We'll have the compounding reward, the payout of the 2 accounts, because I 5x'd my first account. Now I have a $750 package. And onward to today's date, November the 21st, rewards amount, what was released in the compounding reward, very different compared to the very first week, and what I'm getting paid out on both of the packages. And what we'll do this Thursday, we'll focus on Network Bonus Thursday, in addition to the total business volume and the left and the right rank volume RV side. Now I would like to introduce Nick Leonarda, our lead educator.
Welcome everybody. My name is Nicholas Leonida. I am the Validus lead educator, specifically element of our courses. We have a lot more courses coming in the near future, and a whole new education platform and back office that our programmers are currently working on. So we've got a lot to come. Hopefully a lot of you were on the global call that we had on Monday with our president, Mansour Tawafi, and our VP of leadership, Assos Hassin, 2 greats of the industry, and they shared some updates with us regarding the new PowerPoints that we have and new comings that we have. But for today, we focus, as always, on education. Okay, so Validus is an education company. my job within Validus is to teach you all how to trade, specifically smart money concepts. So as I said, my name is Nicholas Leonida. This is my Instagram tag. If anybody wants to give me a follow, you can. I share lots of stuff about Validus, about trading, profits from our students, which are starting to come through now. Give me a follow if you want to stay in the loop. And today what we're going to talk about, firstly, is our 8 levels of education. And it's all been updated for our new branding, so hopefully you like it. And then we're going to have a little look at some charts and show you what it is that we teach here on the Validus Smart Money Concept course. So just a little background on who I am, just in case you are new to Validus. I am a qualified teacher, teaching for about 5 years in a college here in the UK, teaching lots of different subjects from English, maths, business studies, digital marketing, operations management, lots of different subjects, mainly to do with business. My background on trading is that I am a trader of 3 years. I started to trade just as COVID started, just before, and I used that time to really master as much as I could on trading. And I was, by chance, I joined Validus, not by chance that I joined Validus, but I joined Validus as a member, like everybody here. And about a month into my sort of Validus journey, by chance, I got introduced to Mansour, our vice president, and spoke to him about my trading credentials and my, that I'm actually a qualified teacher and that I would love to work with Validus to create an education platform that will take you all from the very basics of Forex. So, we cover what Forex is, we cover what a candlestick is, we cover what a trend line is. So we cover all the basics, and I wanted to teach everyone the basics and take you up from the basics to more advanced elements. And this is what we have created. And obviously we're still building on this every day, every week, with lots of new updates coming. But for those of you who are looking to learn how to trade Forex, specifically smart money concepts, this here on this slide is what we teach. So we broke it down into 3 distinct sections. We have our introduction, our advanced, and our expert section of the course. Our introductory element covers all the basics, okay? So everything you need to learn to be able to trade Forex, okay? Not the smart money concept stuff, but all the basics. For example, what candlestick is, what a broker is, what they do for you, the different platforms that you can use to trade with, what an indicator is, what support resistance is, some basic Forex concepts. And all that is between TP50 to TP250. And this is our introductory element of the course. As you move into the more advanced element of the course, which is TP500 to TP3000, you then start to learn about smart money concepts. Now, smart money concepts, there's a lot of misrepresentation as to what they are, okay? Smart money concepts are not you trading like a bank, all right? You can't trade like a bank because a bank or an institution has billions of pounds, billions of dollars that they trade with, all right? We obviously do not have this. Even if we are a very high level trader, we may have access to 500,000 or 1 million in funding to trade with. Now, that means that we cannot move the markets. So a bank, if it places a buy, the market will go up. Okay. If a bank places a sell, the market will go down because of the amount of money that they're putting in. We can't do that. So what smart money concepts is or are, they are a set of beliefs that essentially allow you to see when the big players are entering the market. Okay, so it allows you to enter with them or on a mitigation of a position. And I'll explain what that is when we jump into the charts. So in the TP 500, you learn the 3 pillars of institutional trading or smart money trading, which is liquidity, manipulation, and imbalances. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on that in this call. In the TP 1000 element, you learn all the different concepts to do with smart money. So the time of day that you should be trading, the algorithm of the market. And I was speaking to a student on Instagram yesterday, and he told me that he watched the algorithm lesson that we have, and it made a huge difference to his trading, because what it is it allows you to understand how the market works and why it does what it does. Why does it come back and take you out all the time? Yeah, and that's what we teach within that algorithm lesson. So there's lots of stuff that you learn in the TP 1000. But very importantly, you also get access to one of the weekly calls that we do, which is on a Monday. It's the Smart Money Concept call. It's a very popular call. And essentially, it teaches you a different strategy within smart money every week. So every week we look at something different. Okay. We look at how to manage risk, how to enter trades, when to exit trades, a bit of psychology. We look at the different strategies. So smart money is not a strategy, but we make strategies off of smart money concepts. In the TP 3000 is when you get access to the lessons on the different strategies. So there's about 5 or 6 different strategies that we use. And there's another one coming soon as well, which is the strategy I'm working on myself. And in the TP 3000, you get access to a second call. So you get access to everything below, plus another call, which is a London Open call. And this essentially is where we look to enter a trade or to mark up the charts live during the London Open. And it's very early. It's on a Thursday at 7:15 a.m. until 8:15 a.m. every Thursday, UK time. Okay, this is UK time. And we essentially mark up the charts together and we look to see what trades we could enter. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the US, I believe, which is a national holiday. So we will still do the call, but it may be slightly quiet on the moves because of the holiday that's coming, and the US plays a big part in the markets. I'm just checking here that the Spanish interpreter, by the way, it is working. So all you have to do is click on interpretation and then click Spanish and it will come up. Also, please do not share personal links on this call. This is a safe zone where people refer people to this call so that they can see what the company is about. So don't put your own personal links in this. Otherwise, you do risk getting banned from the call. Okay, so please do not do that. Okay, so then we move up to the expert element of the call, which is from TP 5000 up to TP 10,000. And this is where we start to look at psychology, start to look at mindset. Okay, and this is really important. No matter if you learn all the strategies and how to trade, if you can't manage your mind, if you're not able to tell yourself not to get into a trade, or you're not able to manage your greed, or that search for a perfect exit and a perfect entry, you will never succeed in trading. Okay, you may win some, but then you'll lose the same amount or more. So we look at TP 5000, and this is when we look at psychology. Now, not everybody needs to look at psychology. Some people have that psychology and have that personality already, okay? But it's a very important part within trading that you have. We also look at the power of compounding, how to journal a trade, and you gain access to the final call of the week, which is on a Saturday at 11:30 a.m. UK time, which is our trade recap call. And this is where we essentially look back on the week's trading, see what we did well, see what we didn't do well, and try and have a look what could happen the following week. Okay, So it's a really good call that often quite a busy call with lots of information. And in the TP 10,000, this is where you can also start to really, really change your life. Okay. Now, if you think, for example, when I learned to trade, I had not much money in my trading account. You know, probably the max I put in was like £300, £400, £500. If you think, if you grow that account by 10% in a week, that's £50 in the UK. In the UK, that's not a lot of money. I know in other countries that is, but in the UK, that's not a lot of money, won't get you very far. To put into perspective, if you were to get some takeaway pizza from Pizza Hut for your family, you'd probably end up spending £50 at least. So it's not a lot of money in the UK. So for you and for me to be able to earn a living from trading, the secret is not to change what you do. The secret, and it's not even anything crazy, but it is just to get more capital. And in the TP 10,000, we teach you how to get that and how to complete a challenge. So you can do a funding challenge, which essentially allows you, once you pass, gives you access to anything from $50,000 worth of funding to $500,000 worth of funding. So this is you trading other people's money. So if you essentially lose it, you're not losing your own money. But the important bit is you get 80% of your profits. So if you put into perspective, if I had a £500 account and I made 10%, I'd get £50 or $50 if it was a $500 account. If I had a $50,000 account, let's put that into perspective. If in a week I make 10% and I've been making 10% every week for the last year on my $500 account, if I make 10% on that $50,000 account, I'm now earning $5,000 a month, a week, sorry, not a month, a week, from doing the exact same thing that I was doing previously. The only thing I've done is got a funded account. It's not easy to do, but we talk you through it and we give you all the guidance that you need to be able to do it. It's a lot of moral support, if I'm honest with you, because by that time, you know what to do. You just need that moral support and psychological support. There's also a lot more things coming in the TP 10,000, such as footprint analysis, VWAP, and depth of market. These are institutional tools. These are tools that the banks use to trade with. And essentially, for example, footprint analysis allows you to see when big players are entering the market. It allows you to see in the candlesticks to see exactly what is happening and see how many sellers. So, for example, you mark up your zone where you want to sell from, and you jump into the footprint analysis, and you essentially can see if sellers, for example, are starting to jump in and sell with you. If you can see that, you're more confident with your trade. So it's a fantastic tool to use. Everybody in Validus gets access to our Discord mentorship. Even if you put $50 in, you get access to that, and we share a lot of value in that. But in the TP 10,000, you get access to more in-depth chart analysis. So every now and then I'll share 1 minute analysis with the general group, but 1 minute analysis is generally saved for our TP 10,000 members. And like I said, there's a lot more coming very soon, and hopefully it will blow your minds. And as I've said, I am a teacher, so we're not here just to create videos. We're not here just to create a YouTube course, okay, like every other education platform does. We're here to give you many, many tools and resources to learn to trade, okay? So we obviously give you video tutorials. I learn through, I like to watch videos, and then I also like to do something to consolidate my learning. So what we understand is that some people will like to read, okay? Some people do not learn that good from watching a video. So every session will have a handout that you can read. It will have a PowerPoint presentation that you can download and read. And as I said, it will have these sort of little how-to guides like you can see here on this consolidation. We also give you the live webinars, which are free webinars, free webinars a week on top of this one. So huge amount of value. We give you the PowerPoint, information sheets, guides like this trade checklist and this liquidity is key information sheet. We give you quizzes, and there's a lot more quizzes coming shortly. And very soon, in the next few months, there is interactive videos coming. We're just going to complete the core element of the course, and then every single package will have interactive videos as well. This interactive video essentially is like a game. It's called gamification in the education world. And what it is it allows you to interact with the video and essentially take you down your own path depending on what answers you give. It's a really good way of learning. It's a really good way of getting you involved in your learning. Okay. Trading is hard, so we give you all the resources that you need to learn. Plus, we have the community, which is fantastic and is getting ever more active. So that's some of the resources that we have. And I just want to quickly show you a new resource that we are bringing to the table. And this is for anyone who has access to the TP 3000 and up. This will be our strategies. All the strategies that we have, that we use, we will provide you with step-by-step guides on how to enter and how to exit your trades. Okay. As I said, we're not an education company that will be wishy-washy. What I mean by wishy-washy, because for those of you who are not in the UK, we are not vague. We will be very precise in what we teach you, and we will teach you everything you need to know for every strategy that we use. Okay, and this is one of the handouts that will go with a video, that will go with a PowerPoint presentation, that will also have a quiz with it, and we'll have a nice handout, step-by-step guide. All right, so real education created by a qualified teacher. So just quickly, before I hand us over to our diamond guest from Dubai today, I just want to show you some elements of what we actually do teach within the markets. Okay, so what we can see here, what I do want to actually tell you just very quickly is what hopefully you all know, or no, you may not know, but let's say these are candles here, and we will draw support or resistance lines at the bottom of these candles and the top of these candles. So this is a resistance zone, this is a support zone. Okay, what do I mean by that? It means that price bounces up and down within this area, and a resistance line is formed and a support line is formed. The difference between traders that trade support resistance and traders that trade smart money concepts are that these areas are seen as liquidity. What does it mean? It means that people are selling from here, so their stop losses are in this area. People are buying from here, so their stop losses are in this area. Their orders are in this area. So if price was to go up here like that, they would lose their trade. Likewise, if price was to shoot down like that, these people buying from here would also lose their trade. Okay, so what we aim to do as smart money concept traders is take advantage of this manipulation. How many people on this call are people who have traded and have been subjected to entering a trade, it coming out down or up, taking them out of their position, and then going off in the direction that they wanted the trade to go in? How many people has that happened to? Put a 1 if that's happened to you. If you are a trader and this has happened to you, I'll put a 1 myself because it's happened to me. So it's happened to quite a lot of people. Yeah. And it's nothing wrong with that, everyone. We're lighting up the chat with ones here. It's nothing wrong with that. It happens. But you need to know why it happens. And yes, somebody just put manipulation there. Exactly that. It's manipulation. The market or the institution. Me personally, I believe it's the market. the actual programming, the algorithm of the market, it knows that people are buying from here. It also knows that there is a big order waiting from a bank to buy from here, okay, or to buy from here, wherever it's going to buy from. There's a big order waiting. Now, a bank, for it to place its order, it needs a lot of people. Say if a bank wants to buy, it needs a lot of people to sell to it, okay? This is why manipulation comes in, because when price comes down and takes out these buyers, their stop losses, when they get hit, it means their buys are now being sold back to the market for less than what they bought it at, so they make a loss, okay? So it means that the market gets flooded with sells, okay, which then allows the institutions to fill their big buy orders, which then sends the price skyrocketing up, okay, in the direction. And this happens time and time again. And I go into a lot of detail in this in the actual course itself. Obviously, we're limited here. But what you can see is an example here that I have. We have here, a rough support zone. Yeah, price has come back to it multiple occasions. First time, obviously, it's not a zone. Second time, third time, each time bouncing away. Importantly, this time here, the fourth time went away quite aggressively. Now, people who would have been buying from here, and there would have been a lot of people buying from here. Why? How do we know? Because price came down to it multiple times and pushed away. That's how we know people are buying. We don't need an indicator. We don't need volume. You don't need anything. You can see it in the chart. So what happens? People are buying from here. They're probably targeting, at the very least, somewhere above here. Their stop losses may have been 20 pips to start with. Yeah. But when this move here happens and it breaks this high right here, a lot of traders are taught to move their stop loss to break even, take the risk off the table. We've broken structure to the upside. This now, and this happened to me many times in the past, and will still happen to us because we can't get everything right. We have this spike down during a news event. This is how we can tie news into the frame. During a news event, price spikes down, takes out these people that would have moved their stop loss to break even, and there would have been a lot of people because of this break of structure, takes them out and then shoots off. Yeah, shoots off in the direction that we were hoping to get in. Now, how can we take advantage of this? So we would look for this manipulation. We've jumped down to a lower time frame. I'll go down to the 3 minute for this example. Let's see if we can find it again. There we go. We'd wait for this manipulation to occur. Then once this has occurred, we want the high, the last up candle that made the low, to be beaten. And this is a micro break of structure, okay, on the 1 minute, a micro break of structure. So this is the last up candle. I'll zoom in a bit more so everyone can see. Let me get rid of this for a second. This green candle here is the last up candle before price pushed down and broke those lows from over here. Yeah, broke those lows. Right there. Yeah. So what do we do now? Once this high is broken, all we do is have our entry at the open of the last down candle, or right there. Unfortunately, on this occasion, the stop loss is very, very big because of the fact that this was during a news event, but you could safely put it below the low. Okay. And then where you are targeting this same high. However, now you have much more chance of getting to this zone. Why? Because the manipulation has already occurred and allowed the banks to fill their big orders. What happens? We get to it the following day. This is a beautiful trade. Even with a 20 pip stop loss, it's still a 1 to 11.45. So nearly 11.5% growth on your account by targeting the recent highs. Okay, beautiful trade, waiting for the manipulation to occur, then getting confirmation on the 1 minute that price wants to go up. Any questions before I hand over to our diamond guest today? Let me just have a quick look if there is any questions. And I have seen there is people sharing links on here. I have said it once before. Please do not share your own links. All the chats are saved. All your usernames are saved, and they will get sent to compliance if it continues to happen. I will let people off this time, but all the chats are saved. So please do not share your own things. But let me see if there's any questions. Someone wants me to ban them. Yeah, no more links. Final warning, okay? Do you open the trade in the spike? So you wait for the spike to occur. I just go zoom back in very, very quickly. You wait for the spike to occur to take that liquidity out. Then you wait for the break structure on the 1 minute. So you wait for that high, that green candle to be beaten, not just wicked above, but to be closed above. So this candle here closes above this candle, which is the last up candle that made the low. Then you enter when price retraces back into the last down candle, stop loss below the close. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Obviously, it's all in the course. So, and in a lot more detail and within a slower pace. So I will now stop my share.
Thank you, Nick Leonarda, for hopping in and sharing how you're building up our educational academy to learn how to institutional trade. Also, I would like to thank everyone that returning viewers, new viewers, welcome, and hit that like button. Comment down below in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always wonderful finding out where in the world each individual is tuning in and listening to my vlogs. Also, in the descriptor below is a link to my Telegram. Jump in there, reach out to me, DM me, ask me questions, and I'll hop on to a private Zoom meeting with you or invite you to my community Zoom meeting. In our community, we have wonderful business overviews of the basics. Also, we get into developmental trainings as well as deep trainings for individuals that DM me directly and say, hey, MC, I love the passive income. I do want to become a team builder. Okay, so I'm a builder. Let me learn how to be a team player and we'll go from there. Okay, so in the link below, jump into my Telegram, DM me. Also, the next vlog, I will be talking about another income stream. It's called the network income stream, which we receive on Thursdays at 1:20 in the afternoon. So without further ado, your girl MC signing off for today, and we will see you on the next vlog. Take care.